Good morning. Happy Monday. We are obviously back from Disney. Best trip ever. Had so much fun. I'm sitting outside enjoying the weather. It's 85 and it feels like fall here in Dallas, Texas. It was like 55 this morning. It felt so good. I mean, I think everyone got excited, but the thing about Texas is it starts cool and then we're almost to 90 in the afternoon. Unfortunately, I think it's 85, but it's really windy, so it just feels like fall. It feels like fall is here. It feels so good. Anyway, we're back. I wanted to share that Friday I got my lab work back. If you missed it, I have been eating carnivore, mainly ketovore, which is like heavy protein forward with a couple of vegetables mixed in from time to time. I got my lab work back. That looked weird. I took 1 weekend off and I feel like the format on Instagram is different in stories. Anyway, okay, so this is going to be really boring. If you guys don't care about hormone health, you can just tap through. I don't blame you, but there's a lot of you guys I know that are invested in kind of fighting the same hormonal health battles, so I want to share for those who are interested. Anyway, I tried the diet, got my lab results back, and long story short, my body did not respond the way that I was really, really hoping it would. You guys, a lot of you guys, I'm not talking like 5 to 10 people, a lot of you guys DM me saying that switching your diet to carnivore heavy helped your Hashimoto's, and it did wonders for your body. And so for the first time, I'm being really vulnerable here, which bleh, I hate that, but I'll do it. For the first time, I let myself get really, really hopeful because I was like, if it's worked for this many people, it's got to work for me. And it didn't. So why didn't it work? I'm pretty much only watching my antibodies, which is the level of inflammation that's in my body. And I am extremely high. I'm sitting just about at 6,000, which you're supposed to be 0, which is insanely high. Like, I don't have a little bit of Hashimoto's. I have a lot. I have Hashimoto's for a lot of people. So I'm a very severe case. And so it did not take my inflammation down. But, so I wanted to be like, I did all this for nothing. This is, what a waste. I went to like Cabo and multiple vacations and I stayed on the diet. I did it very strictly, did not cheat. And so, of course, I wanted to have like a little pity party for a second. But then from the labs, we were able to kind of dig deeper into something else, which is that, it's just such a long story. I'll try to make it quick. But my iron went up from the diet, which my iron should have gone up because I've never eaten that much meat in my whole entire life. Let's be real. Protein is not my like craving ever. And so eating a ton of red meat, my iron should have gone up. But from my labs, my ferritin, which is what our body stores and what we're using from iron, is like I'm almost dead. I'm at 10, which is crazy low. And most people don't function. To the point where my doctor's like, we need to do an iron transfusion right now. You're extremely low. So what that's telling us is even on a heavy iron diet, my body is literally just like the iron's in there. It's in my blood, but my cells are like, hey girl, catch you later. And they're just letting the iron pass by. So we are thinking that I have cellular hypothyroidism, which I didn't even really know was a thing until now. So why am I sharing this? Because we have talked about this for years, how I am like an anomaly for hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is your body is attacking its own thyroid and I'm not producing enough hormone that I need. I should be severely overweight. I should have depression. I should have fatigue and super low energy. I mean, like, can't get out of bed. And I don't have those things, except I do have things like hair loss, eyelash loss. I have extremely cold hands and feet. I'm always cold. I'm sitting outside in 87-degree weather in a full sweatsuit and could have a blanket if I wanted it. So I'm not good with like temperature regulation. That's hypothyroidism. So I have mixed signals of hyper and hypo. And apparently that's a massive like flag for cellular hypothyroidism. So sometimes I have peaks where I look like I'm hyper, and then sometimes none of my cells are grabbing anything that I'm giving it, and then I swing back into hypo. So I have now tried all of the like anti-Hashimoto's diets. You can get books on them. if you go dairy-free, gluten-free, and some are saying now the newer ones are protein-heavy, carnivore, you can cure your Hashimoto's. Well, I have tried all of them, double the time of what they recommend to really give it a shot, and nothing has helped. In fact, they make it worse for me, which is so, it's so frustrating. Like, if I'm just gonna be real for a minute, like, I'm irritated. There's so other worse things that could be wrong with me, but when you're constantly like broken on the inside, and it's frustrating, and I'm trying all the things and nothing is moving the needle. So what's the game plan? The game plan is a long slew of supplements, because the one thing I have not been good on is being compliant with supplements. I drink my Glow every day because it tastes good. That's the only thing I'm compliant on, but my body needs so much more and heavier doses of supplements, because I am not just the typical woman who needs an energy boost and kind of be aligned here and there. I'm really sick. And so what happens is I take my thyroid pill that I have to have, or I die. I take that every morning. I never forget that. But you can't have anything for like 45 minutes after that. Otherwise, it'll affect the absorption of it. And so then by that time I walk away and I'm doing life, and I genuinely just forget. And some days I remember and some days I forget. I've gone 1 month every single day being compliant, and then my pill box was empty and I forgot to refill it. Like, it's so stupid. Just even say it out loud. I ate freaking carnivore for over 3 months, but I can't remember to take pills? What is my problem? Anywho, another thing I'm going to do is I am going to go back on the LDN, which is a medication. If you've been following me for a minute, then you know why I'm doing this. Is I'm trying to go more of a holistic functional route, which is getting to the root of the freaking problem and figuring out why. Why is my body not absorbing stuff? Why am I not absorbing stuff? Like, what is happening? We're trying to figure that out versus just taking medication, synthetic medication for the rest of my life. I don't want to do that if possible, but I'm about to go on another round of a low dose of LDN, which is a medication, and it takes inflammation down to where I can get back to like a lower starting point. Because when you are so inflamed, like have a flare up, which is what I'm currently in, then like nothing gets absorbed because your body's just pissed. I do want to say though that if you watched my stories and you were thinking about trying for your own hormone journey, I would say still try it, because just because it didn't work for me, guys, I got hopeful for a reason. So many women said that they love eating that way and that it has helped them in their lab work. That's why I got so hopeful, because so many women were saying it helped them. I got so excited, but everyone's body's different and it didn't work. Another thing that everything I've read and researched is people with high metabolisms, which I do have a high metabolism. I have trouble keeping weight on. The heavy protein, high carnivore diet can sometimes kickstart that fast metabolism even higher, because it freaks out because it might be lower calories than what I had been eating before with like some more carbs in. And so that could have played a part in it too. And it revved up my metabolism, and that also takes my body off. Who knows? That was long, and I'm sorry. And the truth is, I could probably talk for 8 more slides because it's just a lot of information and stuff that I'm processing. But that is what I'm going through. Gary, it's just a hawk. Come here. Anyways, I was kind of down in the dumps this weekend, which doesn't ever happen for me, really. I'm pretty mind over matter, and yeah, I was mad, to be honest. But again, I don't think nothing came from it. He is very upset about this hawk. I don't think nothing came from it. I've never gone down the research hole of cellular hypothyroidism. Come here. And now I am. And it sounds right. It sounds what I have. So I figure out how to get my dang cells to open up and take all this crap and put it into my body to make me heal. But until then, if you're suffering and going through this too, I'm right there with you, girl. Right there.